Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lord Exus, and first of all, I want to go on record to say that I have been away for a little while. I haven't uploaded a YouTube video for 3 or 4 months, and that's because I've been very busy and I haven't played a lot of video games, and I just haven't really had the motivation to upload a YouTube video. However, I have the motivation now, and I am back, and I am ready to do so. So, this is Diablo. Everyone who's anyone, and anyone in the video game world who knows anything about video games has played, heard of, or seen Diablo. Especially recently, and that's why I'm playing this game. This is why I'm playing Diablo, because recently I took part in the open beta for Diablo 2 Resurrected Edition on PC. Of course, that's the Diablo 2 remaster that will be coming out as of next month sometime, and I was very, very impressed with the work they've done on it. It's a very nice game. It's shaping up to be a very nice game. We'll see next month exactly how nice that's going to be. However, that got me thinking and really getting in the mood for some Diablo, and maybe doing a complete lore playthrough series of Diablo 1, 2 Resurrected as it is, and Diablo 3. Maybe in time eventually for when Diablo 4 comes out, which will perhaps be next year. So I thought, yes, I want to get into Diablo. Now, the original game, Diablo, is probably what I've played the least of, although it's a game I've played more recently, because of course Diablo 2 I haven't played for a long time, and this one I've played more recently, especially this version. So this is the Beelzebub mod, which has widescreen support. The UI is how it should be. You can zoom in and out, and it's just a lot of nice modern features for the original Diablo game, including balancing and just playability features. So that's what I want to get into today, and that's what I want to play for you guys for a little while. And you know, see how that goes. Plus, I want to jump back into YouTube and start playing some games again. The videos won't ever be longer than an hour, so I just want to preference that from the start. And I won't be able to upload every single day. It'll maybe be every other day or every third day. I don't know. But for now, this is what I want to jump into, and I want you guys to come along with me. So I'm ready to get in. I hope you're ready too. Let's hit single player and create a new character. Okay, so of course we get our new hero screen. So we're going to hit new hero, and we have warrior, rogue, sorcerer, barbarian. The necromancer and assassin aren't in the true GOG or Blizzard version of the game. They were added for this mod. They were meant to be in the original version. I don't know the exact history of that. You guys are more than welcome to look that up yourselves, and there's going to be some die-hard Diablo fans here that want to watch this video. Perhaps you guys will know more about that than me. I'm not a massive Diablo nerd. I don't know everything about Diablo and the subsequent games. I'm just a fan, just a normal fan, so I can't tell you absolutely everything, but I wanted to kind of do this lore run, or close to a lore playthrough, so we find out everything about the Diablo games together. So anyway, yes, so you have the 4 standard classes, then 2 additional. I will of course be playing as the sorcerer, because I like magic classes. Might be a bit harder going to begin with, but we'll see. So we're going to hit that, and of course we're going to choose the name Exus, because why wouldn't I? That is our sorcerer name. Anyway, this is what we get, a very, very zoomed out view of the game, which the original OG game didn't have. So it's got our keyboard shortcuts here, all of this stuff, fantastic. We're just going to hit escape on that, and we can use the mouse wheel to actually scroll in. This was more close to the original view of the game if you play the GOG version of the game, which is Blizzard's re-release of the original Diablo. To have the Beelzebub mod, you have to own a copy of the original Diablo, which you can get through GOG now. It's very cheap. I suggest you go there and do that, because the game is quite awesome. This is a remade UI. It's a lot bigger and a lot uglier in this on the original game. If you ever want me to do a comparison video on the two, that's something I could do given time, but I want to play this because this is much smoother. Anyway, I'm going to keep the view about here, and I'll zoom in and out as needed. It's set at 1920 by 1080 for the graphical resolution. Even though you can go up to 4K resolutions and that, it's not going to change anything. The game's original pixel count is locked, so to speak. That's why when you get out here, it's still the details aren't great. But you can zoom out this far. This is the maximum view if you want to see everything. It's very funny because I don't remember these cows being in the original, but they've got names now: Bessie, Klazina, and Erica. I'm guessing that might be the devs for the Beelzebub mod. I don't know. Anyway, we should carry on. Anyway, what we have to begin with is we have a primary spell button here, and we have a secondary over there. So the primary spell button, I'm actually going to have it as just a normal attack skill, and over here, instead of charge bolt, I'm going to have firebolt. So that's the different keys. There is a run button to make us walk around the village quicker. I can't remember what it is. In the original game, you do not have it. I don't know. It's not shift. It's not control. It's not tab, because tab is your map button, and you actually get a village map button, which I don't think you had in the original Diablo. So yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, let's talk to Farnham the drunk.
Can't a fella drink in peace?
He's very drunk. Can't a fella drink in peace? Okay, let's talk to him. Let's go to gossip.
No one ever listens to me. Somewhere, I ain't too sure, but somewhere out of the church, the whole pile of gold, gleaming, shining, just waiting for someone to get it.
Okay, thank you for that, Farnham. I don't know if the gossip will change if we check it again.
No one ever listens.
Nope, it won't. But it will change during subsequent trips to see Farnham, so we're going to do that in time. Okay, let's say goodbye. Okay, let's move on. Okay. And just let me quickly go onto this, guys, and check. There's any sound and video options. I can't remember. I do apologise, I can't remember in this mod how to bring up key bindings. Yeah, you can restart in a new town as well. Death means something slightly different in this mod than it means for the actual game proper. So yeah, that's something we'll discuss when it actually happens, if and when it happens. So we look at spells. So staff recharge is something you can do, but it cuts down the recharge by half each time. I'd rather go and pay one of the NPCs to recharge my stuff because it doesn't damage the recharge of that. I'll explain that in time as well as I remember it. Let's talk to Cain the Elder. So this is Deckard Cain.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
So he identifies items. If you don't have an identification scroll, we're going to talk to Cain first. We're going to hit gossip.
Poor Farnham. He is a disquieting reminder of the doomed assembly that entered into the cathedral with Lazarus on that dark day. He escaped with his life, but his courage and much of his sanity were left in some dark pit. He finds comfort only at the bottom of his tankard nowadays, but there are occasional bits of truth buried within his constant ramblings.
Ah, good to know, good to know. And I have to admit, I love the voice of Deckard Cain. I'm not sure if it's the same voice actor for all three games, because the character appears in all three games. It sounds very similar, although slightly touched up for Diablo 3, but I can't comment on that because I don't know all the voice actors, but I do love old Deckard. Okay, we'll go back and say goodbye. So there's a few other people to talk to. This guy here, Geed the Trader, he appears in Diablo 2. I don't know if he actually naturally appears in Diablo 1 or he's part of the mod.
Greetings.
You can't actually talk to him, but he has the trade items and gamble items, the same option as in Diablo 2.
Farewell.
So we're not going to say much to Geed. What we are going to do is we're going to talk to Griswold the blacksmith.
Well, what can I do for you?
So we're going to talk to Griswold, and we're going to hit gossip.
The axe? Aye, that's a good weapon. Balanced against any foe. Look how it cleaves the air. And then, imagine a nice fat demon head in its path. Keep in mind, however, that it is slow to swing. But talk about dealing a heavy blow.
Okay, so Griswold's quite happy about what his weapons can do, and of course he should be. Okay, we're going to go back. He can sell us stuff, we can trade with him, and he can also repair our items, which will become a thing, will become necessary in time. Okay, so the reason we're really here is to talk to this guy. Now, Ogden, the tavern owner, this is the guy we're going to talk to in order to proceed the storyline, I guess, so to speak. One thing they've done with the Beelzebub mod is put a yellow exclamation mark above people's heads when they have a quest or in order to proceed the story, which is nice. It's more of a modern touch on games. Anyway, we're going to talk to Ogden.
Thank goodness you returned. Much has changed since you lived here, my friend. All was peaceful until the Dark Riders came and destroyed our village. Many were cut down where they stood, and those who took up arms were slain or dragged away to become slaves, or worse. The church at the edge of town has been desecrated and is being used for dark rituals. The screams that echo in the night are inhuman, but some of our townsfolk may yet survive. Follow the path that lies between my tavern and the blacksmith's shop to find the church and save who you can. Perhaps I can tell you more if we speak again. Good luck.
Okay, thank you, Ogden. So he's a good man, and he runs the tavern here. We can't actually enter the tavern, so we have two things. We have a private stash and a trade stash. A trade stash will be used online for you to sell items to other people, I assume. I've never played any of the Diablo games. Well, I have played them online, but it's not online where we see people running around the whole time, of course. I'll be using the private stash for multiple things. I don't think there's anything in there right now. There is not anything in there right now. I did have a previous character on this game. We have 100 gold on our persons. That will be dropped upon death. So we should really stash gold when we can, but we're not going to do that right now. We're going to talk to some other people in the village, and if we obviously hit tab, we get this this map. This map is very reminiscent of old ASCII maps from video games that were around before I was even born. So it's not going to give us much detail, but anyway, we're going to talk. Also, the NPCs walk around now, which they do not do in the original Diablo, which is just a nice little touch. Let's talk to Pepin, the healer.
What ails you, my friend?
Let's talk to him.
Ogden's barmaid is a sweet girl. Her grandmother is quite ill and suffers from delusions. She claims that they are visions, but I have no proof of that one way or the other.
Okay, thank you, Pepin. So that's not the dialogue I was necessarily expecting, because they do have different dialogue each and every time we talk to them. It's very random. Okay, so there's a few more people to talk to here in town. First of all, we're going to go to this girl over here. This is Gillian, the barmaid.
Good day. How may I serve you? Cain has been the storyteller of Tristram for as long as I can remember. He knows so much and can tell you just about anything. About almost everything.
Good to know. Good to know. So she knows that Deckard Cain is a wise and storied gentleman. So there are two more people in town. One thing here is we now have Tristram Waypoint. That's now open, but it's not linked to anything. This will be linked to some of the places we go within the old cathedral, because it's a multi-layered dungeon. Everything in Diablo 1 takes place within the old cathedral on different levels. So that's something worth mentioning. You do not visit, as far as I know, and again, I haven't completed Diablo 1. This game was released when I was a child, so it's old. I think it was probably released when I don't even know if I was in double digits. I think I was, but it was close to that time. So I can't tell you much about that. One thing I know about the original is this, as far as I remember, is not here. I'd have to go back and look at that, but I'm not sure how returning to town works. Okay, so in this, there is a bridge over here, but there, as you can see from the map, there is not a character over here related to that. Usually there is a young boy, I forget his name, but he is not over here in this, so we have to go find him. He is in town this time, or not in town, but on the edges of town. So there's another character. There's this guy, the priest. I don't know what he actually does.
All I can do now is pray for us all.
Because we talked to Tremaine, the priest.
All I can do now is pray for us all.
Yes, he just says that. I don't know what his purpose is. I can't remember. So there's him. And if we walk over here, there's a few cows. Ogden's walked over here to talk to the cows. I can't remember exactly where the NPC is that is the young lad. He might be over nearer the cathedral. I can't exactly remember, but we'll go there in a minute. First, we're going to go out this way to the outskirts of town. As you can see on the map, there seems to be a building you can enter, or at least an NPC at a building on the outskirts of town. So we'll go over there, because an important character's over there. Important NPC. I'm pretty sure there's a way you can run in town. This isn't the only walking speed, but we'll go over here anyway. And over here, we will find Adria the Witch. Now, anyone that's played Diablo 3 will know the name of this character and will know she appears in Diablo 3. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyone that doesn't, then in time we will see this character during the course of this game, and once again some years from now. But anyway, this is Adria.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
So one thing, these options are almost the same as Adria's in the actual normal version of Diablo. The difference is we now have refreshment. For no charge at all, she will refresh your mana and bring it straight back up to full. The same as Pepin will do your health. This is not in original Diablo because I have played it recently. It's not there. So that's a nice balance thing. Anyway, let's talk to Adria.
The greatest power is often the shortest lived. You may find ancient words of power written upon scrolls of parchment. The strength of these scrolls lies in the ability of either apprentice or adept to cast them with equal ability. Their weakness is that they must first be read aloud and can never be kept at the ready in your mind. Know also that these scrolls can be read but once, so use them with care.
That's good to know. Thank you, Adria. So if you hit trade or recharge, she at a price can recharge your staff. So my staff, I only have one spell, which is actually Firebolt. That is the spell I have kept in my spells, in my spell book. The staff, however, has charged Bolt, which is the lightning spell. It has 52 charges for this. We're not going to use the staff's innate ability or our innate ability to recharge our staff, because although it recharges it up to half of what the maximum is, it damages it and damages the charges doing that. Therefore, meaning that it permanently decreases the maximum overall charges until the point where you only have one left and makes the staff completely useless. I would rather come back to Adria and have her recharge it, because she'll recharge it up to full. It will just cost a bit of money. So that's always good to know. Okay, so that's Adria. Okay, fantastic. So let's go back through town and see if we can find the young lad. I now remember the young lad's name. His name is Wirt, or Wart. I think it's Wirt. But let's see if we can find him before actually getting to the front of the cathedral, in which we have to descend into the bowels to confront the evil that is there, of course. So I always thought Wirt was around here somewhere, but maybe he doesn't appear quite yet, because if he's not here, he should appear around this location, which would be near the priest, really, or near behind Ogden's tavern. Or I could be wrong. Maybe it's a random placement. I don't know. The Beelzebub mod, is known to have a few glitches, as is the original Diablo game. So it could be a glitch of that. Hopefully Wirt will appear. So we've got this. This is the first glitch that can happen, but it hasn't happened here. So sometimes this wounded townsman does not appear at all, therefore not giving you the first proper quest of the game, other than Ogden's, which this is just an extension of Ogden's. So we're gonna hit up this guy.
Please, listen to me. The Archbishop Lazarus. He led us down here to find the lost prince. Bastard led us into a trap. Now everyone is dead, killed by a demon he called the Butcher. Avenge us! Find this Butcher and slay him, so that our souls may finally rest.
Your death will be avenged.
Okay, so that's how that goes down. So we're gonna avenge this guy, the random townsman. But he was killed, and his friends were killed by a demon called the Butcher, down within the bowels of this place. Not so far in fact, and we will take on the butcher in time. However, we need to just go and explore what the fuck is actually happening here in Tristram, and we will explore that. So we have our quests. I can't remember how I open up the quests, combat info, town walk increase. Oh yeah, so we can hit this on, and we can have the town walk increase. So I do it through that. That's a bit faster. So I'll have that for town walk. That's the main menu button. There is a way to see what quests you are on. It's not your inventory. This is of course your inventory. You guys have seen this earlier. We also have my character sheet. So we have attack, defense, magic, general. It tells me what my character is, which is sorcerer. We have skills, which is in this theory is kind of my spellbook. Skill book hotkey is F, but we have the actual hotkey, which is B. So yes, as I told you guys, I don't have charged. I have firebolt, but I don't have charge bolt, which is the electric. That's to do specifically with my staff. Okay, let's go into the cathedral. Let's go to the dungeon.
The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
It has been. Let's smash some barrels. Hopefully none of them blow up. And we've got these guys. These are called fallen ones. They're a beast. Oh, that was explosive barrel. And you also have the scavengers, which are these guys. You can just knock them out, but also it's good to try and throw fireballs at them. Okay, so already there's a lot of noticeable differences. Unless you've played the original Diablo and have never played this mod, you won't notice. But the game speed is sped up quite a lot. There's a lot going on here. You can also see more. The game's a little bit lighter, and you also get a readout on your exact XP per kill. Nice. I'll go take those gold pieces and kill those guys. There's a medium chest here. Nothing in it, because of course there's nothing in it. Yeah, so I'm going to carry on. You get your little map. If you hit tab, it's very minimal at the moment, because I haven't explored a lot. Let's oh, that was a fireball trap. That was nasty. We'll kill these skeletons. Kill these skeletons. They're pretty vicious. And yeah. Ooh, Book of Firebolt. Unfortunately, I already have Firebolt, so that won't do much. And I'm already getting a symbol down here to tell me a part of my armor is damaged. So what was damaged? So I just picked up a cloak. I must have picked it up when I was randomly clicking on stuff on the ground. I didn't notice that, guys. So it's just a cloak. The armor class is 4, so I have 4 additional armor, but the durability is only 4 out of 18. So I'm going to need to go back to town very soon and repair that so I can keep it. Once something breaks in Diablo, it is gone. Just gone. That's it. Okay. So that's what we've got to deal with. So out of these spells, I don't have any of that left to use because I don't have any mana. So we're going to use Charge Bolt instead. And that will, I don't want to close that door, hopefully that will keep us going for now. Lightning Protection Shrine. So you no longer fear lightning. For 9 minutes, I have a lightning resistance. The fireball, by the way, when I opened the door, the fireball trap came out of this, where my hand is, up here, where the cursor is. So yeah, I screwed up. Luckily as well, if I stay just here, lightning can also break barrels, which means I'm not going to get exploded. I'm not going to get burnt from this distance. As long as my lightning actually hits them, which isn't guaranteed because the pattern is rather random. There we go, that one exploded. Didn't hurt me in the process. But I have 52 charges of this, so I can in fact... There you go, they both got hit by that. I'm going to come down here to open this, because that was a deadly arrow. Didn't need to go that way. Let's try going this way. Oh, a skeleton came out of that barrel. Ooh, lots of stuff. And some full mana potions. I was hoping for a health potion, because I don't want to have to go back yet. But apparently I'm not that lucky. Oh, hello, zombie. Ah, you had 10 gold pieces. So it doesn't matter if I return to town anytime soon, because I can get my health back and my mana back. But I have 40 out of 52 charges left. So, you know what? I'm going to risk it, guys. I'm going to risk it. And carry on going. Obviously, actually Diablo, without the Beelzebub mod, is actually harder than this. Because there's no mana recharge. There's no mana refresh. Okay. So the Fallen is over here. These guys appear in all of the Diablo games, as do the zombies and the undead, of course. Oh, that was nasty, but it didn't actually do too much to me, so we'll take the prizes from that. And there's a cloak here as well. What is the cloak here about? So it has a durability 6 out of 18 and it's an armor class of 8. Well, we're gonna take that instead. It still comes up with a damage symbol here, but it's better than what I have. My inventory is getting close to full. Inventory management in this game, like all old ARPGs, is an absolute beast. You have to be on top of all your inventory management at all times. Okay, there's 4 gold pieces here, fantastic. So we press tab to bring up our map because we're still skirting around, of course. Yeah, okay, let's see if we can break that barrel from here. We can, fantastic. 4 more gold pieces. And we'll bring up our map just to see exactly what's happening right now. So it appears we can go down here, which would be to our character's right, or our character's left technically as of now, but my right. We're not going to do that just yet. We're going to pick up more gold pieces. We're going to come over here. We're not going to break the barrels. Stand back a little bit, if you would please, Exus. There was 1 explosive barrel, 2 skeletons. Fantastic. We're going to pick up some more gold, because why wouldn't we? Beautiful things. Okay, there's a sarcophagus here. Nothing in the sarcophagus. I expected an undead. Okay. Take it very slowly. So this is the exit of the dungeon level. This goes down to level 2. It's normal for it to be so close to the entrance, but there's much more dungeon to explore down this way, which we're going to do in a minute. I'm just going to break these. There's a mana potion there, always handy. I don't have to buy one that way. We'll pick up the mana potion, some gold pieces, and that's it. Those things aren't so well highlighted in normal Diablo. They come up. Everything done in this mod. Oh, my lightning goes quite far in this mod as well. Everything done in this mod is done to just enhance the original game's experience by a lot. I very much enjoy this mod, and it's the way I think many people prefer to play. So we're going to pick up those. Something happened over here. So, a Book of Holy Bolt. There's a zombie as well. A ring and 4 gold pieces. The ring looks like it's not identified. Another ring. 7 more gold pieces. Looks like I'll have to get Deckard to identify that for me. Let's have a look. Not identified, not identified. So, auto-equipped those 2 rings. We also have 24 out of 52 charge bolts left. So we will be returning fairly soonish. 201 gold pieces, that'll be enough to recharge the weapon. We don't have to worry about the mana refresh or the health refresh, because those things will be free of charge. I'll wait for that guy to get close to me so I can do that. Yeah, the game is naturally very dark, so anyone thinking, oh, this is dark, or thinking my brightness settings aren't quite up to snuff, that is how Diablo is. This is in fact slightly more, or should I say slightly less. Okay, that's a level up. This is slightly less, I can't think of the word, I guess imposing than the original Diablo. This you feel like slightly more at ease, slightly more in control, and not as persecuted, not as imprisoned as the original Diablo without the mod. Yeah, you feel slightly more powerful, should I say. It's balanced a little bit better, and you feel like it's not quite all crushingly hard, or the odds aren't stacked so much against you, as you can see from the trail of course. Okay, let's level up. So, of course, without hesitation, I'm going to go across to magic, and I'm going to dump all my points into magic, because why not? And we're going to close that. I don't know if that's the only thing. I can't remember if I get skill ability points. I don't think so. I think spells are learned through a different means. Oh, that's fantastic. As long as I can keep the lightning close to the front of the screen. And also, the thing you may have immediately noticed is my mana has refreshed, as has my health. which is something I needed right now. I'm going to use all of my remaining staff charges, a full healing potion. That's brilliant, and I also have a scroll of identify. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that scroll of identify out, and I'm going to grab this full healing potion, and that's going to go in there. That's going to allow us to continue further. We're going to hit the scroll of identify, and we're going to hit it on the ring. So this is a ring of magic, +1 to magic. That's beautiful. What I'm going to do for now is I'm going to take this ring away, because in all Diablo games, as far as I'm aware, you also have cursed items, including rings. And when you have cursed items, if you happen to put them on, you cannot necessarily remove them until they break, and the derogatory effect stays there. So I was silly to, in fact, identify that ring while it was on my person. That was silly. We have 5 out of the 52 charges left in the staff. Let's just go to this sarcophagus. I'm going to use the 5 charges, then we're going to switch back to Firebolt. Another healing potion. That's very handy. Nice. The skeleton inside died from the blast. That's good. I was hoping that would get that barrel. Okay. Oh, that got 2 of them. Okay, so we're going to change. We only have a small amount left. We're going to change to Firebolt. Oh, that missed. Nice. Nice. We have lightning resistance for 2 more minutes. Of course, that hasn't benefited us in this first level of the dungeon, and of course it wouldn't, because there are no enemies here that use lightning, as far as I'm aware. Okay, 5 gold pieces, beautiful. We can also cast Fireball at barrels, which is handy.
I have no room.
Okay, we have no room. We have no room for any more items. A book of heal other. Okay, so one thing a sorcerer is great at, because you have no priest class. Yeah, you die. The thing the sorcerer is, of course, absolutely fantastic at, is using the book of Holy Bolt, and you right click to use the book of heal other. So now when you hit this, we have more spells. I'll never use heal other because we're not playing multiplayer, unless of course you use hirelings or NPCs later to do other stuff. And Holy Bolt is very, very good against undead, which we will be facing a lot of. Of course, it is directly tied to our mana. As you can see, our mana is, for some reason, currently 84 out of 84. So I'm getting a refresh on that. I don't think I've actually got a piece of equipment that has a refresh for mana. So, okay, and if we look at my items, I am basically capped out on items. So I don't think I have a scroll of town portal. I do not, which means I cannot return to town this way. Before we explore further, we're going to go back to town, sell the items we want to get rid of. There's not much to refresh. We've lost a little bit of mana from this level, but we can repair the durability on our cloak. And of course we know where the exit is, because we already have it up on a map. The way behind us is clear. We don't have to worry about any enemies, and we know the entrance to level 2 of the dungeon. So this is the process, especially when playing as the sorcerer. This is probably not the process. In fact, it's definitely not the process if you're playing as, say, the warrior. Okay, fantastic. So we come back. It's not the process when you play as the warrior, because of course it is. And we're about to lose. There it goes. Our lightning resistance, because of course, why wouldn't we? That's run out of time. So yeah. Okay, we're just going to return here. And the first thing we should note here is when we return, not only has Pepin got a quest for us, the healer, but also the town's water was blue when we entered the dungeon. It is now a putrid shade of yellow.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
So the first thing we're going to do is identify some items. So, ring. The other ring we have is a magic item. It's going to cost us 100. We're going to pay Cain to identify it. It's a ring of illness. So it's a good thing I didn't necessarily have that equipped and identified that one first, because if we look at the Ring of Illness, what does it say? It's a -10 to our vitality. That's right, we can have items in this game that actually hinder us. A scroll, rather than paying 100 gold to identify that, I would have been happier with paying it off of the scroll, but hey ho. Anyway, let's talk to Pepin.
I'm glad I caught up to you in time. Our wells have become brackish and stagnant, and some of the townspeople have become ill drinking from them. Our reserves of fresh water are quickly running dry. I believe that there is a passage that leads to the springs that serve our town. Please find what has caused this calamity, or we all will surely perish.
Fantastic. So we've received that quest from him. So the first thing we're going to do after that is just receive some healing. Fantastic. We can also trade some items, but the only thing we can trade here really is the healing potion. I don't really want to do that. I don't know if we can. We cannot. The merchant doesn't want this item. Each merchant has specific things they want. So you have to go to the one that wants what you're selling. So we're going to talk to Griswold while he's here.
Well, what can I do for you?
So we're going to trade with him. He's going to want to buy this stuff. So axe stuff that a mage, or in this case a sorcerer, cannot use. I don't know if I can get rid of the cloak. I can. He will buy the cloak for me. Fantastic. Also, you've got the repair and the repair all. Repair all equipment in this case is only 10 gold. So I'm going to take that from him. So now my cloak is repaired, 18 out of 18 durability, and we keep our 5 armor. As you can notice, the symbol is now gone, and it's repaired our staff's durability, not its magical recharges, which I'm actually at 0 of. We can sell him this. He paid me literally nothing for it. It is worthless. So we just have the book of Firebolt, which of course I will sell to Adria. She is the witch, so she'll want to sell that. I don't know if Geed will buy it.
Greetings.
You buy this. Sell price is what on this? 100? Geed will buy it. So Geed is apparently a merchant that will buy anything. Maybe Adria would have bought it for more. I should have probably checked with her first. I don't know if we can buy it back from him from the price. 100. Let's buy it. Let's buy it back from him and see if Adria will buy it for more. If not, I'll come back to him. No harm, no foul. So if we look down here, we have auto map and we have quest log, which apparently is Q. So I should have shown you guys this before. I should have gone down here to before. It was silly that I didn't. But the button's Q. So we have the introduction.
I'm glad I caught up to you.
We also have the poison water supply, and you get in the voice dialogue of this when you click on it to remind you, rather than it just a quest log would write you. And of course the butcher, which is the quest that the dying townsman gave us before we went into the cathedral. Okay, let's quickly pop to Adria and see what, or if she'll buy that spell book from us for more than what Geed offered us. I don't know if she will. Probably not, to be fair, but it's worth trying. Hello, Adrian.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
So first we'll hit refreshment. Yeah, it literally cost me nothing, but we were at full anyway, which I thought. So trade and recharge items. At first thing we're going to do is recharge all equipment. Oh, that's a spicy one. That's 340. That's a lot. If I click recharge on that, it is all of our equipment. So we're going to recharge it to 52 out of 52. That's lost me a lot of money, but I'm not so bothered about that. So, here we go. Adria will buy this for 250. Geed is a general merchant, but since you've taken the time to come to Adria, who's a specific merchant of magical wares, she will buy the book from you for 250. So that's fantastic. Oh shit. Okay, so I made a mistake there, guys. I right-clicked on the book rather than selling it to her, which relearned me Firebolt, which I already had. I really needed that money, so that's my mistake. I would have had 500 and something gold, 550 gold, but I relearned the spell. There is nothing to stop you being an idiot in this game. So again, if we go to spells, yeah, I just learned Firebolt again. However, it does say Firebolt level 2, so maybe I didn't relearn it again. Maybe it leveled up. That's something interesting. That's something I didn't know. So we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe it just levels up as you use it more. But I have a feeling I actually done myself a favour there. Who knows, guys? Maybe you guys know. Maybe you guys aren't an idiot like me. Yeah, let's see how that goes. If I find another one, maybe I'll apply it again. But we're going to go to our stash because we still technically have more gold than what we started the game with, even now. So we're going to a private stash, and we're going to put that money over there because we don't need it when we're down in the dungeon, do we? No, we don't. So let's talk to a few people. Let's talk to Griswold and see if he says anything
what can I
else.
do for you?
We can talk to him about the poisoned water supply and the butcher. So let's talk about the poisoned water supply.
Pepin has told you the truth. We will need fresh water badly, and soon. I've tried to clear one of the smaller wells, but it reeks of stagnant filth. It must be getting clogged at the source.
Okay, fantastic. Let's also ask our friend Griswold about the butcher.
I saw what Farnham calls the butcher, as it swathed a path through the bodies of my friends. He swung a cleaver as large as an axe, hewing limbs and cutting down brave men where they stood. I was separated from the fray by a host of small screeching demons, and somehow found the stairway leading out. I never saw that hideous beast again, but his blood-stained visage haunts me to this day.
Okay, so you were there, Griswold, and you managed to survive. That's remarkable, sir. That's remarkable. So the butcher fresh in our minds, this evil demon that's been cutting down the soldiers or the mercs or the militia that was the townsfolk. Okay, we don't need him to repair anything. Let's leave. Let's see what Deckard Cain has to say about all this.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
I'll listen and I'll talk, sir. So the poisoned water supply.
I don't know what I can really tell you about this that will be of any help. The water that fills our wells comes from an underground spring. I have heard of a tunnel that leads to a great lake. Perhaps they are one and the same. Unfortunately, I do not know what would cause our water supply to be tainted.
Well, then it's a good thing I got here when I did, because I will find a solution to your problems, Mr. Deckard Cain. Okay, what about the butcher, sir?
It seems that the Archbishop Lazarus goaded many of the townsmen into venturing into the labyrinth to find the king's missing son. He played upon their fears and whipped them into a frenzied mob. None of them were prepared for what lay within the cold earth. Lazarus abandoned them down there, left in the clutches of unspeakable horrors, to die.
I see, so Lazarus, this is the man responsible for leading the townspeople down there. He sounds like a right prick. Okay, we're going to say goodbye. So we'll go back to Pepin quickly, because I think Pepin probably knows a little bit about this stuff.
What ails you, my friend?
Okay, so the butcher, because we've already talked to Pepin, he was the one who gave us the quest about the poisoned water supply. What do you know about the butcher?
By the light, I know of this vile demon. There were many that bore the scars of his wrath upon their bodies when the few survivors of the charge led by Lazarus crawled from the cathedral. I don't know what he used to slice open his victims, but it could not have been of this world. It left wounds festering with disease, and even I found them almost impossible to treat. Beware if you plan to battle this fiend.
Okay, good to know. So this demon's blade is of the ethereal type, which may be problematic, especially to someone squishy like a sorcerer. Okay, we're going to go round because the auto-pathing will not let me go that way when I want to talk to Farnham. But we'll talk to Farnham another
Can a
time.
fellow drink in peace?
So what about the poisoned water supply, Farnham?
You drink water?
Okay, so he's not happy with that question. He scoffs at us and thinks it's silly we drink water. Okay, let's ask about the butcher.
Big cleaver, killing all my friends. Couldn't stop him, had to run away. Couldn't save them. Trapped in a room with so many bodies, so many friends. No!
Oh my god, okay, I'm so sorry, Farnham. I didn't realise you had seen it firsthand, let alone seen your friends die. No wonder you're the drunk, or the town drunk, because, yeah, you need to kind of remedy what you saw down there. Okay, I'm very sorry for your loss. Okay, let's see if Adria has anything more to say before we venture down into the depths one final time. Also, while we're here, we'll change back to Firebolt for now, because we'll exhaust our mana before we exhaust the charges of our staff, as you do. And plus we have plenty of mana potions if we need to keep going with them. See if Adria knows anything.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Okay, let's talk to Adria, and she does have both the options available. What about the poisoned water supply, Adrian?
The people of Tristram will die if you cannot restore fresh water to their wells. Know this, demons are at the heart of this matter, but they remain ignorant of what they have spawned.
So, even though Adria doesn't specifically know, she must know something about the occult. She's a witch after all. And she seems to think that the demons are ignorant of poisoning the town's water supply, which is handy, because if they knew, they'd just do it more, right? What about the butcher?
The butcher is a sadistic creature that delights in the torture and pain of others. You have seen his handiwork in the drunkard farm. His destruction will do much to ensure the safety of this village.
Okay, so she points out what we already knew. Farnham's mental state is, and physical state, to be fair, is a direct result of what he experienced with the butcher demon. Okay, thank you, Adria. So we're going to leave Adria now. Again, I would like to find Wirt, but I don't exactly know where he is, unless he is in his location across the bridge. His character model is that of a young child, because he is a young child. Let's go and see if we can find him somewhere before I proceed back down into the dungeon, because I would at least like to show you guys Wirt. Oh, he's here. Wirt, the peg-legged boy. Okay.
Psst, over here.
Okay. So before I do that, I'll go back one. Wirt has something good for sale, but it'll cost you 100 gold just to have a look at it without even buying it, so we're not going to do that. That is one of his things. His item is usually, number one, it's random every time, but the item he offers you is usually significantly better than the equivalent item from anyone else that can sell you said item. Sometimes it's magical, but it might not necessarily be even for your class of character. You know, the job you do, the sorcerer, the warrior, the whatever. So it's not always worth looking, especially in the early days when it costs you X amount of gold. So we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna talk to him. So gossip first.
I guess I owe the blacksmith my life. What there is of it. Sure, Griswold offered me an apprenticeship at the smithy. He's a nice enough guy, but I'll never get enough money to... Well, let's just say that I have definite plans that require a large amount of gold.
Okay then, Wirt, you're going places, I take it. So let's talk about the poisoned water supply and what you know.
For once, I'm with you. My business runs dry, so to speak, if I have no market to sell to. You better find out what is going on, and soon.
Okay then, Wirt. That's good advice, so to speak. And let me talk to you about the butcher.
I know more than you think about that grisly fiend. His little friends got a hold of me and managed to get my leg before Griswold pulled me out of that hole. I'll put it bluntly. Kill him before he kills you and adds your corpse to his collection.
Okay, so that's sad, because Wirt, the peg-legged boy, is called so because the butcher cut off his leg. So that's unfortunate. I don't know what he was doing down in the cathedral, but such is life, so they say. He shouldn't have been down there, or maybe he was part of the militia. We don't rightly know. At least I don't rightly know as of this moment. Anyway, we're going to return. We're going to go back down into the dungeon. Okay, so let's follow the map. Let's go back to where I was. And no, not this way. I wonder if there's a way town. Nope, there is no way to increase my speed in the dungeon, which makes sense because the game doesn't want me getting away from instant and almost brutally and horrific death if it can help it. I didn't see you there before, sir. Sorry, I failed to execute you. I will do better in the future. I don't like using all my mana to just take out singular barrels, especially when the charge can take out 3 barrels at once. But so in the sarcophagus, nothing here. Okay, let's go to the corners of the room. Ah, a zombie, or an undead, shall I say? There's some rags there. Very nice. sir. So take a gamble on some of the barrels. What do the rags do? Armor class of 6. Not as good. Well, a bit better than the cloak, but durability is only 2 out of 6. So we're not going to do that right now. Yeah. Okay. So we can go up, which looks like the more dangerous area. There's a demonic red light leaking over here, so it's probably going to be dangerous. We're going to open the small chest, nothing there. Oh, that room looks like sheer hell. So of course we're going to. I realised I got blasted in the back from a fireball, but it didn't seem to do much. Oh, I'm gonna just mosey out of there because I'm out of mana. Okay, let's switch that up to staff charges. Okay. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so I used all my mana trying to clear out that. Oh, wow. There's a massive explosion up there from one of my lightning charges, so that's pretty cool. Let's go up in. Let's pick up all of the goodies, which is mainly gold. There's a scroll of identify as well. Some gold pieces. Fantastic. So these barrels up here were worth sending a lightning explosion into them. Sorry, a lightning charge into them that caused an explosion. I do apologise, my articulation is very poor at the moment. Okay, so we can search the bookcase. Book of Firebolt. Oh, okay guys, let's try this. So, as we all know, looking at this, my Firebolt is currently spell level 2, which gives it 11 to 20 damage. Total cost is 3.3 mana. Noted? Noted. Okay. If we press this button and read it, go to B, it is spell level 3, 15 to 24 damage and 3.5 mana. So there you go, something I was not aware of and I am now aware of, and very happy with the fact I did not sell that book to Adria, regardless of price. Fantastic. Come on, you guys. I mean, admittedly, I do have a small amount of mana. I must have some mana regen because I didn't have any mana before, unless that was something I was missing, and I just didn't realise it. But I have 28 out of 84 mana, which is fantastic. Is there anything here? I have a blocked door because there's a corpse on this side or that side of the door that refuses to make it close, or refuses to let it close, shall I say. So this is the thing as well in Diablo games, or specifically this Diablo game. Block or doors as a general thing can be your ally. Certain enemies, in fact a lot of enemies, don't know how to open them. You can use this to your advantage if you seal enemies in a room that have grated walls and you can fire electricity through them. That helps. That helps a lot in certain circumstances. You can cheese things, and you may well need to cheese things. I'm just gonna go in here, but unfortunately, corpses in the way of doors. Corpses do not disappear, and they block doors as well. So that's problematic. From that point of view, that's problematic. Okay, fantastic. So this room is clear. So I can go a little further up. I can also go back down. We're going to go up. Yeah, we're going to do that thing. I have 26 charges out of 52 left. Oh, lots of gold. I like that. So these little scavenger guys are a pain in the ass. Apparently I killed another one. So lots of gore here. So what else is here? There's a door there. See, I'll show you what I mean by putting electricity through grates like this. There you go. It didn't want to work the first time, but you can get it through. You can cheese stuff, and we have leveled up because of the cheese. So if that's the case, rather than using that, I'm going to go to Firebolt rank 3. Also, I'm going to go to my attributes, and of course, once again, even though I'm leaving my vitality short, I won't put anything into strength or dex. What I'll do is it'll be vitality and magic, but in this case we're putting another 5 points into magic. We're going to open the door. I'm going to come back so we can see our enemy. Fantastic. And we're going to grab all of the gold in there. So we know that Firebolt's doing more damage. And there's a library tome here. A scroll of Inferno. That's something I'm going to sell. I don't tend to use scrolls unless it's a scroll of Town Portal. Because I can learn stuff from books. Oh, he did not see that coming. Jesus, you guys just walk into that stuff. Okay, so they're all dead. The bookcase has got the Book of Dark Pact, but it won't let me use it. So I'm going to drop that and pick up the book to begin with, and then I'm going to learn the spell of Dark Pact. And we're going to put the axe back in because, of course, I want to sell stuff. So now we have the spell of Dark Pact. So the spell of Dark Pact. What it does, if we can get description. I don't know if we can. We have to go to B to get description. So what level of spell is it? It's a level 6 spell, a max level spell. But this is what it does, guys. It sacrifices part of our life energy to recover mana. And it has spell effect modifiers. It's the player's level. The base cost is 10% of our life, and the total cost is 3.2 life exactly, and that will transfer that cost of life to our mana. It is handy as a mana regen tool, but early on especially, I will never use it. Later on, when you put a lot of points into vitality, you'll probably use it. Jesus Christ, how many of these guys were in here?
I cannot carry any more.
There's a full mana potion and a lot of gold. Okay, so this buckler is something I want to sell. But the problem is, I want to cover, because we're coming up to time on our video, guys. I haven't got a lot of time left. In fact, I have no time left. But I want to clear this level of the dungeon. And the worst thing about this, guys, is I'd really like to find a warp to level 2. Because if I end the video here, the one thing about specifically Diablo 1 and 2 is, regardless of what you do, if you come out of the game, when you next go in, the random dungeon level has been completely... Oh, I got that guy from there, I'm impressed by that. Has been completely reset. Which means you have to do everything again. Well, you don't have to. I mean, it benefits us to... It benefits me, sorry, should I say. Not necessarily you guys. To level grind. Because of course it does, why wouldn't it? Oh, we're nearly out of mana, guys. Oh, that managed to seal the deal. That's basically dead mana. So we're going to switch back. I'm going to switch back to the staff charges, which I have 18 out of 52. Jesus, of course. So we leveled up and it doesn't refresh. Because why would it? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Firebolt and we're going to smash a mana potion, which brings us up a relative way, actually. We're going to come down. We're going to go back round. We're going to try and clear as much of the first dungeon level. Fantastic. Because I know there is a waypoint marker or a teleport marker on level 2. Scroll of identify there. Oh, that hurt. Nice. So that's all sorted. And there's probably a lot of bad guys in here, so... Oh, yes. So we're going to let these guys out because it's easy to combat them here. You might think it's easier to make a choke point. I would humbly disagree with your opinion. And I'm going to use a mana potion. I'm just going to shoot these guys from here. I don't want to get myself caught in that doorway either. And I'm going to keep using mana potions because there's a lot of these guys. And we can always get more mana potions later. And plus we'll level up at some point. This experience is worth it. We're about halfway through our level, which I think we're at level 3 now.
Room.
Oh god, that guy is not going down. He does not want to die. Okay, I'm going to have to heal myself.
I cannot carry it. I have no room.
Okay, so we can't pick up anything right now, so that's a bit of a bitch. But we'll pick up all the gold and we'll go into the room. Oh my god, that's death. Okay, so we'll wait for these guys to come to me. Okay, we'll draw them out. There we go.
Not enough mana.
Oh god, not enough mana, of course not. There we go. There is so much on the floor right now, we can't, the gold is not showing.
I have no room. Where would I put this?
Okay, fantastic. So another library tomb, Scroll of Healing. Can pick that up, and Scroll of Inferno. Can pick that up as well. What's on the bookcase? Book of
Where
Dark
would
Pact.
I put this?
I can't do anything with that right now. Do I have any scrolls of... I have no scrolls of teleport back to town, or town portal scroll would be the one. I want of course use that Dark Pact book in order to level my Dark Pact up more. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to town one more time, guys, because you know, it's worth popping back to town in order to sell what we need, in order to pick up the remaining loot in level 1 of the dungeon. Before descending down to level 2. I wanted this video to be shorter, but we need to at least clear level 1, because obviously in my own time what I can do is go to the waypoint of level 2 and then start the next video and just go down to level 2. It won't be a problem. There is no other progress you necessarily need to see, or necessarily want to be involved with even. Yeah, because obviously if we hit that, there's still no waypoints into the other levels. So there'll be no extra additional dialogue between the characters now, so we can just go to where we need to be, and
What ails you, my friend?
we'll receive healing, because again these things are 3, so why wouldn't you take them? And we'll go to Griswold and trade.
Well, what can I do for you?
Not what I wanted to go to. Trade and repair. So we'll trade. This cloak, armor class is 7. It's 1 more than what I have. So we'll put that on. We'll sell that one to Griswold. We'll sell this to Griswold. And of course the additional items. Things that I can't use as a sorcerer. That's 10 out of 18 durability, but what we'll do is we'll go to repair because it's only going to cost us 7. Fantastic, we'll close. And we're going to go and pop and see Adria. She'll buy the scrolls as well, and I don't use scrolls other than identifying town portal. So the Inferno scroll isn't going to be a big deal for me. Selling that. Hello, Adria.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
So first we're going to hit refreshment, and then we're going to trade or recharge. So we want to recharge the staff, which is only going to be 248, which is beautiful. And I don't know why I quit out of that. Let's go to trade again. So we're going to keep the mana potions. We're going to need them as time goes on, including we're going to need a couple of the health potions. So we're going to hit them up in our hotkeys. And so we've got Scroll of Healing. She can have that. We're not going to get rid of the Identifies, but we're going to get rid of the Inferno. Fantastic. So that's the sort of money we're looking at. Fantastic. And our inventory is more or less clear. We're going to put Identifying Scrolls in our stash. We don't need to be carrying them on us because we can bring the loot back later. We don't need it that desperately in a dungeon. Oh, I missed that one. Sorry guys, going to have to go back. I missed the Inferno. I want to sell that to Adria. That was in my hotkey bar. That's my bad. That's a mistake on my part. There we go. Fantastic. Now we can close everything. Okay, so we're fully geared up and ready to go and ready to finish dungeon level 1 and move on. Now let's just put the rest of the stuff in the stash. Okay. Beautiful, and we'll take 587 gold, and we have 817 now in there, which is beautiful. Okay, we're ready to go back down. We're going to do that, and hopefully just clear the rest of the level, pick up the loot that I so rightly deserve, guys. Because of course I do. Okay, let's follow this, and then again, this is a testament to the original action role-playing game, on top of original role-playing games as a whole, that the exit to the level, to dungeon level 2, is right here, but there's so much more dungeon just on level 1 that you should be exploring. Why are you not exploring it is the question. I mean, look at these bodies. We have caused carnage here. And again, just shows how much games like the original Diablo and other games of its ilk have to offer. Because yeah, it's an amazing experience. It's a good time. Okay, so one of you. Okay, some gold pieces. Awesome. More money's no such thing as bad money. Give me the money. Nice. Okay, so there's nothing else around here. This is just a dead end of a room. Fantastic. Okay, if we make our way out. Oh yeah, this is where I fought my my battle. Oh, that was a nasty bit of lightning that just passed through me. That was a trap. Okay, but we killed all the skeletons. Oh, we didn't kill all the skeletons. We've got skeletons with double axes, dual wielding motherfuckers, of course. Okay, the bookcase, Book of Charged Bowl. So that for us, we will use that immediately because we now, and that refreshed some of our mana, by the way, guys. We now actually have the spell Charged Bolt level 1. I'm going to keep that because that's an AoE rather than a direct line firebolt. So I'm going to put that on now. That's fantastic. So we have now learnt level 1 of that spell. Actually, no, that's incorrect. I'm going to go back to firebolt because it's level 3. So we now have 3 memorized spells, and we are going to use the Dark Pact to put that to level 2. Although I will not be using it anytime soon. Fantastic. So this is all of level 1, guys. This is only what we got from level 1 of the dungeon. That's a lot. I'm pretty sure level 2 will give us a waypoint. I don't think it'll be right in front of the door necessarily, but I think it will be around that way, and that's what I want to get before I leave you guys. Ideally, if I can't, I can't, but we're going to start getting more annoying enemies. I think the most annoying enemy that comes from level 2 onwards, I think it's in level 2, is enemies that fire projectiles. So here we are. We're going to go down to level 2. That enemies that fire projectiles become a massive problem. Let's go. Okay. Okay. So you got these guys, the hidden, and you've got these guys, skeleton captains. The hidden usually.
I cannot get there from here.
I called that because they do that. They go invisible. This is problematic. See? You see what's problematic, guys? So I have a level up, and of course, this time we're going to put 5 points into vitality. We're going to work on the mana again, but we need to open this closed door.
I cannot get there from here.
Okay, so there was a hidden right near it that was staying sneaky. There's a Fountain of Tears. What does that do for us? The Fountain of Tears temporarily changes all of our statistics for 4 minutes. So if we hit on our character, Vitality has now gone down to 21. Life has gone down to 33, and mana has gone down to 66. What the hell did we do, guys? What the hell did we do? Out of 106. So I screwed myself, is what happened there. Is what happened there. Let's see if I can find a waypoint. So for 4 minutes I'm actually working on a weaker set of everything. I want to see if I can find the waypoint before having to go back to town, because I'd really rather that, so I don't have to do any sort of grind in my spare time. So I can come back in with you guys and we can go straight to level 2. That is a burning undead, the red ones. And I'm sure you guys saw right there, the first arrow. The first arrow of death, and we are running out of mana, so I have to go back to charge bolts. There's a hidden there by the door. He takes 2, and we have found ourselves our first yellow
carry anymore.
bit of equipment. A robe. A robe, guys. Oh, another hidden. I have 2 charges of that. So I want that robe, so let's get rid of the axe. Get the robe. So the robe's not yet identified. The robe is not yet identified, guys. So let's look at these chests. This is 23 gold. And 7 gold pieces and a club. Fantastic. So because I can't guarantee our sorcerer's survival for level 2, and I have no space left, and I've run out of time for the video, I'm afraid, guys, I'm not going to be able to find the waypoint that I'm after. So we're going to return to level 1, and we're going to go straight back up to the town. We're going to go back to Tristram, because I can't guarantee my survival or finding the waypoint quickly enough. This video is already long overdue to end, so we need to retreat for now. What I will do is I will find the waypoint to level 2, or for level 2, hopefully before the next video, guys. And then we can carry on straight from there. That's a promise I hope I manage to keep. If not, you're gonna have to let me battle a little bit through level 1 in order to get to whatever level 2's new randomly generated staircase is. And as we can see from up here, Wirt is now over here. So let's go talk to Wirt quickly.
Peer over, psst. Chamber Butcher, the from Spell Portal Town the cast. Saying am I what see?
So that is specifically a hint for the quest line to do with the Butcher that was taken out of the original Diablo, that the devs for the Beelzebub mod added. So that's Wirt being traumatized. The first time we talk to him, he seems relatively normal and well adjusted for a kid that's had his leg hacked off by a massive evil demon. But occasionally he speaks backwards-ish, and this is what happens. So he just gives a clue about the Butcher demons in a chamber. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys, if you can remember what he just said. If not, please rewind the video, go back and listen to it again. It's an interesting hint. We also have Ogden that has something to say to us.
The village needs your help, good master. Some months ago, King Leoric's son, Prince Albert, was kidnapped. The king went into a rage and scoured the village for his missing child. With each passing day, Leoric seemed to slip deeper into madness. He sought to blame innocent townsfolk for the boy's disappearance and had them brutally executed. Less than half of us survived his insanity. The king's knights and priests tried to placate him, but he turned against them and, sadly, they were forced to kill him. With his dying breath, the king called down a terrible curse upon his former followers. He vowed that they would serve him in darkness forever. This is where things take an even darker twist than I thought possible. Our former king has risen from his eternal sleep and now commands a legion of undead minions within the labyrinth. His body was buried in a tomb 3 levels beneath the cathedral. Please, good master, put his soul at ease by destroying his now cursed form.
So, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we've heard about this king. This king is King Leoric, the Skeleton King, who we meet again in Diablo 3. I can't remember if we meet him in Diablo 2, but of course we know all about King Leoric, Lazarus, and his son Albrecht, and exactly what Diablo done here a few months prior to the start of this game. Okay, so the first of all,
what can I do for
you? We're gonna trade with Griswold. We're gonna trade up some items that I cannot use because I'm a sorcerer, or that aren't beneficial to me because I'm a sorcerer. So that's fantastic. We're gonna go to Deckard and have this robe identified.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
So robe, it's listed as a rare item in yellow. It is the Bramble Shroud, whatever that means. So we're going to close that. I'm going to find out what the Bramble Shroud is. It is armor class of 8, so it's one more than what I have. Durability 13 of 24. 47% enhanced armor, resistant lightning plus 15%. Hit recovery speed plus 6%. So I am definitely wearing that shit. Okay, fantastic. And we're going to go to Griswold again.
What can I do for you?
And we're going to trade that in. And we're going to see what the repair cost is. Oh, to repair the robe back up to full is actually more money than I currently have, so we're not going to worry about it for now. It'll take a while for that 13 out of the 24 armor to wear down, but we obviously have a good piece of equipment there since it's rare in yellow. I'm not sure of the colour coding in this game, but obviously it goes beyond rare. I think rare is just the first level of that sort of equipment. We're not going to go to private stacks yet. What else do I have to sell? Just 2 healing potions. I'm not 100% sure I want to sell them. The scroll I do want to sell, so we're going to go to Adria. First of all, before we go to Adria, however, I'm going to quickly go to Pepin the Healer.
What ails you, my friend?
We're going to receive healing. We're going to come back now, and we're going to go to Adria and sell that 1 scroll. Okay, we're gonna.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
And we are going to sell 2 scrolls actually, the Inferno one and the Scroll of Healing. Okay, fantastic. So we have 342 gold. What else does Adria have?
I sense a soul in search of answers.
In fact, we do, because we now have the option, the Curse of King Leoric.
The dead who walk among the living follow the cursed king. He holds the power to raise yet more warriors for an ever-growing army of the undead. If you do not stop his reign, he will surely march across this land and slay all who still live here.
So there you go, that's Adria's take on King Leoric. I don't want to recharge anything, I want to move on. So we'll quickly talk before I leave you guys. Oh, no we won't. We'll recharge our mana first, but we will quickly talk. I
sense a soul in search of answers.
Before I leave you guys, to all the characters in town, ask them about their take on their view on King Leoric and the events that tragically struck his family, himself, and his son Albrecht.
Can't a fellow drink in peace? I don't care about that. Listen, no skeleton is gonna be my king. Leoric is king. King! So you hear me? Hail to the king!
But Leoric is now the Skeleton King, Sir Farnham. So you hail the Skeleton King. Okay, let's talk to, of course, the mighty and wise Deckard.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Ah, the story of our king, is it? The tragic fall of Leoric was a harsh blow to this land. The people always loved the king, and now they live in mortal fear of him. The question that I keep asking myself is how he could have fallen so far from the light, as Leoric had always been the holiest of men. Only the vilest powers of hell could so utterly destroy a man from within.
Okay, so a little bit more voiced dialogue there than there was actually text. Interesting. Okay, a few more people to speak to about this.
Well, what can I do for you? I made many of the weapons and most of the armor that King Leoric used to outfit his knights. I even crafted a huge 2-handed sword of the finest mithril for him, as well as a field crown to match. I still can't believe how he died, but it must have been some sinister force that drove him insane.
Of course, Griswold, and I agree with you entirely. Okay, I wonder if we can talk to Wurt about it.
Psst, over here.
We can, in fact, talk to Wurt.
Look, I am running a business here. I don't sell information, and I don't care about some king that's been dead longer than I've been alive. If you need something to use against this king of the undead, then I can help you out.
And perhaps Wurt can, but I would not take that for gospel. Okay, a few more people. We've got Pepin, and we've got Gillian.
What ails you, my friend? The loss of his son was too much for King Leoric. I did what I could to ease his madness, but in the end, it overcame him. A black curse has hung over this kingdom from that day forward. But perhaps, if you were to free his spirit from his earthly prison, the curse would be lifted.
Perhaps it would, and perhaps we'll get there. We've got to kill the butcher first, and we're only on level 2 of the dungeon. So, problems are mounting, guys. There's no point in talking to Ogden again, because he will in fact repeat the same line of dialogue, as far as I'm aware. I just want to pop to my primary stash. Before we talk to Gillian, we'll remove the 342 pieces of gold, because I don't need them right now. I believe everything... Oh no, not quite everything's recharged. I haven't recharged my staff, but it doesn't matter. 47 out of 52 charges is fine. Plus, I will have to go in and find the fast travel point to level 2 of the dungeon. Therefore, in fact, making it easy access for the next video, guys. Let's talk to Gillian the barmaid.
Good day. How may I serve you?
So she has a few things to say, because I actually don't remember talking to her about the other things before. So let's talk about the poison water supply.
My grandmother is very weak, and Garda says that we cannot drink the water from the wells. Please, can you do something to help us?
I will absolutely try my best, Gillian. What about the butcher's chamber?
How could you even think of going back to that place? What could be so important?
Well, killing him. That's a new option as well. For some reason, some of the others don't have that. The butcher.
When Farnham said something about a butcher killing people, I immediately discounted it. But since you brought it up, maybe it is true.
It definitely is. And finally, the curse of King Leoric.
I don't like to think about how the king died. I like to remember him for the kind and just ruler that he was. His death was so sad and seemed very wrong somehow.
Okay, so Gillian remembers him as a good, kind man, which he was a good, kind ruler. Let's always remember this, guys. However, he isn't anymore. And, ladies and gentlemen, I must end the video here. I have run well over time. This video has gone on for a lot longer than I planned it to. However, I hope you enjoyed the video, because I very much enjoy playing this, and I do like basically any action role-playing game, top-down isometric, absolute kill fest you put in front of me. I've recently been playing The Ascent, and I've enjoyed that very much. I'd love to do videos on that, guys. But first I want to jump into some Diablo, and I love Diablo. Again, I'm not a mega fan, I'm not a mega nerd on the series and the lore therein, but I enjoy it, and I enjoy this mod very much, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video with me. As usual, I've been your host, Lord Exus, and what can I say, guys? I'm back again, hopefully doing more videos for you. So, all I can say is thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. In a bit.